What factors adjust isolated power, ICE, beyond raw numbers? Imagine trying to judge a player's power just by counting home runs or doubles. It might seem straightforward, but many hidden factors can influence those numbers. Today, we're uncovering what really adjusts the raw ISO to give a clearer picture of a hitter's true power. First up, ballpark effects play a big role. Some stadiums are built for hitters, with shorter fences or high altitudes that make it easier to hit extra base hits. For example, Coors Field in Colorado is famous for inflating power numbers because the thin air helps balls travel farther. Conversely, pitcher-friendly parks like Petco Park tend to suppress extra base hits, making ISO look lower. So, a player's environment can skew their raw ISO, making it seem like they hit more or less for power than they actually do. Next, the type and number of extra base hits matter. ISO is calculated by subtracting batting average from slugging percentage, which weights doubles, triples, and home runs differently. Home runs add more to ISO because they give the most extra bases. A player hitting mostly doubles might have a lower ISO than someone hitting fewer home runs, even if their total extra base hits are similar. This means the kind of hits a player produces influences their ISO, not just the total count. Hitting approach and power profile also affect ISO. Some players swing for the fences, focusing on launch angles and exit velocities that produce home runs. These players tend to have higher ISO because their swings generate more extra base hits. Others who focus on contact and singles might have a lower ISO, even if they hit a lot of balls hard. So, a player's style and strength levels shape their power numbers beyond just raw data. Sample size and consistency are important too. A small number of at-bats can make ISO fluctuate wildly because of streaks or slumps. Over a full season or career, ISO tends to stabilize and better reflected a player's true power. If a player has only a few extra base hits in a short span, their ISO might look artificially high or low, but with more data, it becomes more reliable. The level of competition and league context also matter. Facing tougher pitchers or playing in a league with less hitter-friendly rules can lower a player's ISO. Conversely, weaker pitching or more favorable conditions can inflate it. Comparing ISO across different eras or leagues requires considering these factors, as power numbers aren't always directly comparable. Lastly, ISO by itself doesn't adjust for park factors or league averages. To get a clearer picture, analysts often use park-adjusted ISO or combine it with other metrics. This helps separate a player's true power from environmental influences. Understanding these factors helps teams and fans see beyond the raw numbers. It shows who really has the ability to hit for power, regardless of where or how they play. Whether for evaluating players, making fantasy choices, or comparing across eras, adjusting ISO for these influences gives a more accurate view of a hitter's true power potential.